Wait. Hello? Why the fuck isn't it hosting on the website? Hold on. This has something to do with Twitch. Overriding mainframe. We're almost past the firewall. Okay. We do it? We're here? We live? Okay, that should have done it. There we go. Let's refresh. Okay. Wow. Didn't this happen last week too? What? Your mom? Got him. Got him. What's up? Whew. Took me a hot second. Yeah, I still have a headache. I don't know, guys. It didn't go away. I'm here in spite of it. That's a testament to my incredible work ethic. You know, no live streamer streams live more than I do. I'd like to apologize for all of the people who left the left because of my lateness. It's rough. Maybe we'll get them back one day. I genuinely don't know. I love you, dude, but please tell your fanboys to cool it in Destiny's sub. What do you mean, tell my fanboy? I think there's a lot of overlap between my community and Destiny's. I don't think they're like my fanboys. I just think they're people in Destiny's community who like me too. You know? I don't think we're talking about the brigading. D'Angelo Wallace said that he also wanted to talk. Bullshit. D'Angelo Wallace said he wanted to talk? No fucking way. That kid is way too smart to talk to somebody as toxic as me. Hold on.
It was legit working before because I just recorded some ad stuff. Somebody said Voss wants to talk to me. Okay, that's fine. But I don't know. You can just tell him I'm open to that, I guess. Maybe, I'm not sure. Depends on the subject matter. Okay. We are 14 minutes into the stream chat.
There we go. See, that's what I thought. That was a lot more trepidatious than what I had expected based on the message that accompanied the link. But that's fine. I'd love to talk to D'Angelo. Dude, D'Angelo, I don't normally like the drama YouTubers. D'Angelo is so fucking smart. Way smarter than me. Easily. Okay? What do? Okay? I criticize other people, but I get myself in drama all the time. What does D'Angelo do? D'Angelo is dead quiet, okay? Who does D'Angelo follow on Twitter? Nobody. Who does D'Angelo like on Twitter? Nobody. D'Angelo has completely insulated himself from any of the standard counterattacks. Think of your standard drama channel. Keemstar would be like #1. 90% of the stuff Keemstar does and covers is about Keemstar being Keemstar, you know? Like, he's in it. He's lost himself to the drama. But D'Angelo, yeah, very smart. Doesn't involve themselves. Yes. We got to talk to Sam Cedar as well. We got to talk to a lot of people now. Now we can talk to anyone. We can talk to anyone now. Isn't that crazy? There are no limitations to our power. Before, who knows? You know. And now we can talk to Sam Harris. Yeah, true. Forward to the stream. It's going to be a little shorter than you'd probably like. I have a doctor's appointment. A little down the line. So we're going to cover what we can in the meantime. No, I haven't been here for you very much lately. I'm sorry. I got a little bit of a bad secret, too. My cough's coming back. I don't know what's going on there. Getting a little worried. Lung cancer? Don't know. Who knows? Could be dead tomorrow. So we'll have to we need to talk about that with a medical professional, you know? We need to have that conversation. D'Angelo had a super dumb take on the girl who lost her school admission for that years-old N-word thing. I'm trying to remember the video on that. I think D'Angelo's take was just fine. The thing that I really respect about D'Angelo, I think, is D'Angelo doesn't actually pull up. So D'Angelo's like you like a Zoomer e-boy, you know what I mean? Pretty boy. I think I can call him a pretty boy. I think he calls himself a pretty boy all the time. Anyway, you'd expect somebody in that position to be kind of woke scolding, but he's actually taken some hard stances before. I remember in a video where he was discussing like alleged racism from somebody else, he said something like, I can't imitate his voice, but he said something like, and I know that just using racial slurs and jokes doesn't make you a racist. I'm not calling them a racist because of that. I'm calling them a racist because the punchline of the joke was racist, or you know what I mean? Which is it's not a you know a perspective. The turkey tom one, I don't fucking know. Anyway, just not typically something that you would expect from a person in that position, you know? Kind of enlightened centrist. I don't. Oh yeah, I got an LSF the other day. Holy shit, that is not a community that I want to deal with just yet. Oh my god, I feel like I've spent my entire streaming career making myself vulnerable to live stream fail clip chimping. Oh my god. Well, we'll have to see. It only happens when you're streaming on Twitch, right? So, yeah, we'll see. I'm considering actually getting rid of my affiliate contract on Twitch, meaning that I can no longer make money off of Twitch, because doing so would allow me to multi-stream. It's actually really it's a difficult choice. Do I keep the affiliate contract and occasionally stream just on Twitch so I can make $1 billion off of Twitch Prime subs? Or do I cut the affiliate contract, which allows me to multi-stream to both at all times? I don't know. It's tough out there. Yeah, it's one or the other. I don't know. I don't know. By the way, I'd only be getting the money if you guys Twitch Prime sub to me. You know how that works, right? If you have an Amazon Prime account on Twitch, you get a free Twitch Prime sub that you can toss to your favorite Twitch streamer. And since so many of the people in my audience don't watch Twitch because I'm a YouTube streamer, that means you probably have virgin Twitch Prime accounts ready to be delivered. We'll think about it. We'll think. Does Twitch streaming to your website count as multi-streaming? No, that's just hosting an existing stream. But we don't ever want to host the Twitch stream on VGG because Twitch does this infuriating thing where if you're hosting, sometimes they throw up a purple screen. Some of you guys would have seen that the other day. So, yeah, I don't know. Rough out there. Yeah, the purple screen of death. Yeah, yeesh. Rough out there. Hey, do we got politics to talk about today or what? Actually, we have a fair amount. Actually, it's funny we're talking about Twitch because I think Destiny is pretty relevant to the first thing that we're talking about. Did you see the thread shitting on you in Destiny sub for wanting to correct your GME take? Oh yeah, well yeah, I think we're going right to that. We're going right to that, I think. Hold on. And see all the Hassan viewers. I didn't realize people spamming Pepe La D were Hassan viewers until I looked at Hassan's chat. I didn't realize. For some reason, I thought Pepe La was like Sadge, S-A-D-G-E. I didn't realize it was the fucking blindingly neon Pepe laugh. I don't know how that ended up being an emote, by the way. I think it looks fucking ugly, okay? I think it looks ugly. I do. I'm glad you people like it, though. Well, you know what? What matters most to me is that you guys are happy, okay? That's what matters most to me. Pepe La is an emote on better VGG. Well, have it fun because it's never getting added, okay? I hate it. It's ugly. And it hurts my eyes! It hurts my eyes! It's so bright! Jesus. Will you delete the original GameStop video? Fuck that. People who delete stuff like that, I feel like most of the time it's them being cowards and it's them trying to avoid future criticism. I got all my old videos up, Pat. Like fucking 90% of my videos for more than a year old, I probably disagree with some element or another. All right, get ready, people. What about your initial coronavirus take? Well, I never released that, so that one doesn't count, okay? I was smart enough to not put the initial coronavirus take online. Rough out there. All right. So, I want to talk to you guys about narratives. Can we talk about that for a second? And GME, you know, GME, AMC. I think it got to Nokia as well, but everyone just talks about GME. GameStop, where the game should have stopped. Listen, narratives are really, really compelling, okay? But I've warned you all in the past to not fall into them if they seem a little bit too convenient. I'll give you an example. Remember that clip of Amy Klobuchar? People spread that clip around, including me. And that clip of Amy Klobuchar had her saying, like, Donald Trump threatening to cut the entire stimulus bill is a threat to the American people. But some lefties quote tweeted it, and they were like, Amy Klobuchar is saying giving 2K checks to the American people is like a betrayal or something like that, you know? Just some ridiculous, it's not even uncharitable, it's just a lie, you know? It's not even an uncharitable take. And I retweeted that, and then later I realized what I had done, and I got rid of the retweet, but it doesn't matter. Because if you're in a public position, people just fucking believe you, no matter what. I know this because sometimes I make jokes, and you people take the jokes seriously. Like I think they're real, or that you think they're real. Like I make the silliest jokes, and you people have to like talk yourself out of believing it. It's crazy. But content creators are like that. If you got a lot of people watching you, some people are just going to believe you. It's an awesome responsibility. And I felt bad about that Klobuchar tweet because, you know, probably at least a couple people in my audience who never saw me talk about it afterwards. They just saw the retweet and then they believe a thing and the thing's not true and then they run off with their life. Narratives are super, super, super dangerous because it's really easy to get caught in them. I'll give you another narrative, okay? Force the vote. You know, the Justice Dems should leverage their votes for the Speaker House role in order to force Nancy Pelosi to put forward Medicare for all to vote. Now, there's a narrative there that I've been combating from day one. You're welcome. And that narrative is that the force the vote people are tirelessly holding the Justice Dems to the promises they made when they were elected, that they are pushing for Medicare for all in a pandemic, and that people standing in the way are obstructing access to health care in a time of great need. It's a very compelling narrative, and it's one the force the vote people tell themselves day in and day out, but it's a lie. If you watch me for any length of time talk about this, you can realize it's actually a pretty obvious lie. Like, if you look at, like, the way it's all structured and the arguments they make, it's like, you think about it for 2 minutes, you're like, wait, hold on, this is complete fucking bullshit. Wait, hold on, just wait, come on. There are some legitimate elements to the tactic of forcing the vote, of withholding vote for a speakership role, but they had no plan here. They had absolutely no plan. It was dumb from the beginning. They would lie about their intentions and their motivations, and a lot of people were grifting off of it, like Jimmy Dore, who only believes in politics insofar as he can profit from it. The narrative is dangerous because narratives help people, even intelligent people who normally think their positions out. Narratives help people uncritically adopt convenient beliefs, and they drop the skepticism they might otherwise reserve. I'll give you another narrative. The GME stock bullshit was an example of the little guy sticking it to the big guy. That's another narrative. Now, it's a very compelling narrative. I don't like Wall Street. I don't like stocks. I don't like money. No, I'm kidding. I love money. Please no name. I don't like the finance industry for reasons that I imagine would be obvious to anybody even remotely familiar with anti-capitalist critiques. So when this story breaks, it sounds almost too good to be true. What's the story? The story is that there were hedge funds that were essentially short selling GME stock, which means they borrowed a bunch of that stock, that GME stock, they sold it at X price, and they hoped the price would drop. And that way, they could buy it back and repay the stocks they had bought. You make a lot of money that way. In fact, you can make billions of dollars that way. But it's a risky tactic, and it's generally reserved for hedge funds because they're the only ones with the capital necessary to really take advantage of those strategies. Generally speaking, regular folk can't do that. So, some enterprising young nerds on the Wall Street Bets subreddit saw that there were hedge funds relying on the GME stock going down. So they bought a bunch of GME stock, thus forcing the price up, fucking over the hedge funds, and making themselves billions of dollars. Now, some of that is true. What they did was called a short squeeze, and it did happen. And the hedge funds that initially bought into the short sale lost billions and billions of dollars. That's true. That is true. And there were people on Wall Street Bets who made an obscene amount of money near instantly. Now, to insulate myself from future criticisms, I want to make it perfectly clear that to my knowledge, and if I'm wrong on this, so help me, I'll criticize myself to hell and back, but so help me, I don't think at a single point I advocated anyone buy or sell a single piece of stock, okay? Want to be clear about that. Now, if I'm wrong on that, because I really do have a terrible memory, y'all make me clear, okay? Or make me aware of that. Yeah. I think, yeah, now I'm even at the time that I bought into this narrative, I was under the impression that there were complexities that I wasn't aware of. I was under that impression. You know, vaguely, the stock market's complicated. But I think I still went over the line because I presented to you that narrative. Now, here's the truth. The real truth, okay? Get ready for it. Here's the truth. So, the truth is, half of what I just said is true. There were a bunch of folks online. They did a short squeeze. They made a lot of money. Some of them. The real truth is that, as is the case with every major move on Wall Street, hedge funds were the backbone. About 90% of the money made off that short squeeze went to hedge funds. Not the little guy online, not your casual investor with what, your life savings of 20,000? No, hedge funds have billions. Could have been even more than 90% went to the hedge funds. But hedge funds may have taken the lion's share of the winnings. You're never going to guess who's going to take the lion's share of the losses. Because on account of internet hype, a lot of poor motherfuckers ran on in there and bought GME stock when that shit was sitting at $300. And there was nowhere for that price to go but down from there. The only reason GME's stock was so high was because so many people were buying it. And the reason people were buying it were half hype and half because it was part of a short squeeze to fuck over the hedge funds. Now, I don't have an issue with the traditional motto of Wall Street Bets, the subreddit, which is, what was the phrase they were repeating to begin with? We can be retarded longer than they can remain solvent. That's them, not me. Don't get mad at me. There was an underlying understanding that the people on Wall Street Bets were engaging in incredibly risky and destructive behavior. Okay, you want to gamble your life savings? That's the free country. But that was not the narrative that persisted. The narrative that persisted was not, we're a bunch of rogue internet investors and we're going to try to make some Mongo money off of some crazy Wall Street shit. The narrative was that the people on Wall Street bets were freedom fighters who had uncovered a path for the average person to make a fuck ton of money off the back of Wall Street. That was the narrative that actually persisted. And that narrative led to a lot of people, and I mean a lot, buying in when GME was at 100, 150, 200. People on Twitter, they're screaming about how they're fighting the system, and a bunch of accusations of illegality go out there, some of which I made. I'll give you some examples. Remember when Robinhood started forcing people to sell their GME stock? This must be illegal, I said. That stock was bought on margin. They borrowed the money to buy that stock, and if the stock price gets too volatile, it auto sells. That's how it works. That's how the margin trading works. That's how it be. That's how the system works. That's not illegal. That's very legal. It's extremely legal, as a matter of fact. But I said I thought it might be illegal because I had no fucking idea what I was talking about. I didn't know. Wall Street is complicated, and I don't fault myself for not being familiar with every little nitty-gritty individual aspect of it. I don't think anyone's familiar with everything, but I wasn't familiar with enough. And now there are a bunch of people convinced this is some fucking David versus Goliath story, but it's not. A bunch of ordinary people have been duped. They've been fucked over because a narrative convinced them that it was a good idea for them to buy into an inflated stock in the completely misguided impression that they were fucking over a hedge fund. And you know what? Excuse me. From what I've seen, Wall Street Bets has leaned into it. As in, Wall Street Bets has been deleting posts of people talking about their losses or people talking about an end game or an out strategy. From what I've heard and from what I've seen, too. As in, Wall Street Bets has turned into a 24/7 hype parade for this terrible fucking idea. Now, I want to be clear, okay? I want to be perfectly clear about this. If you're a Wall Street Bets mod or anyone else in a position where you can control the flow of information on the situation, and you are deliberately cultivating available information to convince people to buy into your stock, that's pretty fucked up. Because real people lose real life savings over this shit. And what's worse is that if you get real skeptical about it, it seems like a lot of what the people on Wall Street Bets have been doing kind of amounts to encouraging people to get into a pump and dump scheme. Remember, the more people who buy a stock, the more the price goes up. If you sell a stock, the price goes down. Now, here's a question for you. If you bought 10,000 shares of GME when it was at $5, and now it's at $300, don't you want more people to run on into the market and buy some more of that GME stock? Don't you want people to not sell? Because if they sell, the price of your shares go down. You want them to keep dying. You want them to hold so that you can pull out at the most profitable time. But here's the issue. Somebody has to be left holding the bag. And for every person that makes a bajillion fucking dollars because they sold at 380 after buying at 5, there are all the people who bought at 380 and are going to sell at 5. A lot of people. And we haven't even begun to felt the repercussions of that. There are still people deluding themselves into thinking that, what's the stock at right now? $80? It could go up a little bit. 60? Is it at 60? Could go up a little bit from here. But it doesn't matter how much internet hype you drive up, because you know what? The real reason those prices went up was because hedge funds bought in. Not because of random internet people bought in. You don't have that much control over the market. And the hedge funds have made their money, by the way. Billions and billions of dollars. Tens of billions. It's a very dangerous narrative. It was too convenient and I bought into it. The reality is that the house always wins, and there is no fucking way that a discoordinated group of internet degens could ever manipulate the market to the extent that they could outperform hedge funds, okay? It's not going to happen. It's just not. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you get the people's hedge fund, some cooperative, okay? Everyone slam, it's like a union dues. You slam their money in there, and the world's smartest Marxists try to find a way to make more money off the market. Fuck it, sure. Godspeed, have fun. But that's not what happened here. At all. Now, the only reason, because I have to give fair credit, the only reason that I was educated about, and by the way, I still don't know that much. There's a guy called Rage Pope. He's a part of Destiny's community. Heard him talk for a bit. He seems to really have his head on screwed straight when it comes to the stock stuff. So I'm going to talk to him sometime soon. Real soon, actually. And we could learn more there. I think that'd be nice for all of us. Gotta understand the systems you're criticizing. But, Vosh, isn't this too late? No. There are a lot of people, I'll address it. There are a lot of people in Destiny's community who are like, really ass-pained over this. Destiny focuses on more than anything else, is what he perceives to be consistency and responsible messaging. That's the thing that he cares about the most. Now, credit where credit's due. Is Destiny a girl's name? Yes. Now, credit where credit's due. Wouldn't have figured a lot of this out were it not for Destiny stirring up a fuss about it. Because everywhere I looked online, and I mean everywhere, people were selling the narrative. Okay? Everywhere. Even from people who, you know, I thought maybe a little bit more head on straight. I'll give you an example. The STONKS guy talked to AOC, and then he talked to Destiny. Said a lot of really convenient stuff talking to AOC, revealed himself to be a fucking moron talking to Destiny. But I listened to his convo with AOC prior. When people who have the clout to talk to congresswomen are spreading misinformation, half-truths, it can be really difficult to get the facts. So I'll say this. This is to me, too. This is me and to you, okay? When narratives are convenient, be critical, okay? Be skeptical, for God's sake, okay? Anytime it feels like there's some piece of information or some story that is just so unbelievably picture-perfect, headline-friendly, you need to be skeptical about that shit. Because people will take advantage of that. And people will, certainly in this instance, they'll sell you on information that they monetarily benefit from. Oh, the chat freeze? I wonder why. Well, Godspeed, chat. So, the final, I guess the addendum here is I think Destiny is going to do some master post where he roasts everybody who perpetuated misinformation on the GME situation, which is totally fine. That's good content too. I'm gonna be in there, and I think that's fair recompense, you know. But there are people in Destiny's community who wait, hold on. We got a thread here. Give it to me. I feel it's creepy without chat working. Hey, White, Methaldu, anyone? Why is chat not working? Get over here. Anyway, I'll man, I'm getting creeped out with chat not. Okay, here, I'm closing you. Jeez, fuck. It's like I'm being stared at by a corpse. Jesus Christ. Wait, but I'm about to switch screens, which means that it's gonna get it again? Yep, there we go. Get out of here. Shoo! Don't trust you, motherfuckers. Makes it more readable anyway. Anyway, here's the thread. I'll address the criticisms. Vosh's pre-stream title. I was wrong about Stonks, AOC, Capitol Riots, and more. That's the stream we're watching right now. And this is relevant, of course, because Destiny's community is under the impression that it was because of Destiny that my perspectives on this issue changed, which is completely correct. Welcome back, chat. Anyway, I wonder if this stream title exists in a world where Destiny isn't firing off level-headed takes while every single content creator is jumping on the hype machine. Really makes you wonder. The answer to this one is no, actually. Since I got this information from Destiny and Destiny's stream, this stream title wouldn't exist in a world otherwise. So thanks. There you go. Then they're arguing back and forth for a bit on whether or not it's okay to change your mind after. Vosh is begging not to be included in the manifesto. Roast me! Get me in there. I don't care. Ever heard of the expression "too little, too late"? This is a tendency that I'm not a big fan of. There's a how do I put this exactly? When you're obsessed more with logical consistency, perceived logical consistency than anything else, rationality becomes an exclusive little club. I see Destiny's community say a lot of incredibly stupid fucking shit. I don't think I've ever said about anything under any circumstances, too little, too late. I don't think that's ever anything that I've ever said about anyone else. I think that it's very important to encourage people to change their minds. I think this mentality only encourages people to double down in the perspectives that they currently have, because they don't want to be accused of being inconsistent, which is a huge problem. Because I talk to a lot of people who I can tell they know they're wrong, but their ego is too fragile for them to acknowledge the fact that they're wrong. So yeah, I think this is a really bad mentality. Too little, too late sounds like something I'd hear from a woke scold. It's something you'd hear from a cunty person, just like kind of a cunty person, basically. I think they're calling them out for that. What else do we got? Oh, here we go. As per usual, hot take that rides the populist wave for clout, then backpedal for his audience a few days later. They'll all take it like, wow, he's so honest, I guess I can really trust him. Rinse and repeat till we're all standing in bread lines being demeaned by some commie daddy for asking a question in chat. I think this person might be... I think this person might be carrying a lot to this interaction, you know? I think they might have brought something to here, you know? Like, brought a little something from themselves into this. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. Can you give examples of Vosh participating in the cycle you just described? Downplaying the coronavirus last January as another bird flu that is sensationalized to distract the people from real problems. Wait, I didn't even release those videos. Does that count? Back when I said that, it was literally like a couple hundred confirmed cases in China. How the fuck was I supposed to know? Wait, come on. Spreading fake news about the Kenosha shooting. Kyle was shooting in crowds of people. Oh, I know what this one is from. When I was talking with Destiny over this, because he was saying shit like the people who Kyle Rittenhouse killed were morons and they deserve to die, I jumped in there and I said, question, wasn't Kyle, like, shooting into crowds of people from 20 feet away? And then 2 seconds later I said, but I could be misremembering, and then we watched the clip, and then I never said it again. Because I hadn't seen the clip, because I wasn't obsessing over the details of a mass shooting like Destiny and his community was. Propagating DNC conspiracy theories when Biden won over Bertie. Never did that. Spread the edited Klobuchar clip. Yeah, we did do that one. And this GME shit, including spreading another edited clip of that Wall Street guy to make it sound like he is against private traders. Oh yeah, guys, remember that one clip of the super cunty rich dude who was like, I hate poor people, this is our domain, this is the Wall Street domain, fuck the... It turns out that clip was actually edited. Edited pretty well, by the way. I rewatched it. It took me a couple of... Even though I knew what I was supposed to be looking for, it took me a couple of rewinds to find that out. I take 50-50 blame on this one. Everyone was sharing that clip, and the edit was pretty seamless. I don't think that people, generally speaking, find, like, every clip online, and they're like, okay, time to track it to the source, here's the timestamp. I don't generally think that's a level of skepticism engaged in by online commentators. I guess I could do it, but that's... yeah. Man. The fact that some people will just edit clips like that and make it seamless enough that it's really, really difficult to trace back sure does make it a lot harder to do this. Vosh, I'm going to have to go ahead and say that was in no way a seamless transition. I couldn't find it. I had to, like, look for it, like, a couple times. Maybe I'm just dumb. All right, are we good? Did we do it? I think we did it. Nice. All right. Oh, get the chat back. Get back in here, folks. Come on. Gotta preemptively. Gotta get in there. Vosh, do you think you need to be a little more careful with how you get your information in the future? I've seen multiple people saying they lost a lot of money because of your video. Wait, have you? In my video, I specifically say, like, not to buy into this. I mean, I suppose that's possible, but yeah. I mean, obviously the goal is always going to be as accurate as possible with the dissemination of information. But when it comes to stuff like that, there are always going to be unfortunate edge cases. Also, at the end of the day, you're the one responsible for your own investments, okay? Jeez. Yeah. You have money, Vosh, pay it out. Yeah, I will personally compensate everybody who lost money in the GME fiasco, okay? That's my promise, okay? The people's wallet is coming in. No, fuck you. It's not happening. Wait. Vosh, yeah, I'm down 800 now. I tried to ask the Wall Street Bets Discord. I was in about it, and they banned me. Okay, see, this is what I mean. Unironically, I think the real villains here aren't even Wall Street traders. I think it's all the people in Wall Street Bets who are promoting a pump and dump scheme. I think what they... Okay, I've said this before, and I was wrong, but I think this might be illegal? Aren't pump and dump schemes illegal? Where you, like, lie to try to push people into buying a stock to inflate its price so you make the most money when you sell? I feel like that might be a little bit smidgen. Look it up. Okay. All right. Are pump and dump schemes illegal? Only 3 typos this time. A pump and dump is an illegal scheme to boost a stock's price based on false, misleading, or greatly exaggerated statements. Oh, shit. False, misleading, or greatly exaggerated statements pretty easily encapsulate some of the stuff that's going on. Jesus. Literally, a thing on Wall Street Bets is don't take advice from Wall Street Bets. I think they lose the right to say that at this point. There were millions and millions of people join the Wall Street Bets subreddit. The idea that, like, oh, haha, we're all memeing, and that's why we're very selectively deleting information that prevents people from making more informed decisions. And this is not financial advice, but here's 80,000 threads that we push up to the front of the page about how, like, I made $1 trillion off that. Yeah, I don't know. You're going to change anything about how you cover news to make sure this doesn't happen again? All you've said so far is, well, everything I was saying it, so I obviously followed along. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll try. But nobody is ever 100% accurate. I think that I can tell the people who are in Destiny's community. The goal is always to be as accurate as possible, but what I'm saying here is only an extension of claims that I've made in the past, which is that convenient narratives, that especially ones that are pushed by lefties, tend to be really fucking dishonest because they have, like, an agenda to sell. So obviously that's something to be worked on, but I think that if you, like, look hard enough into most people online, like most people's engagement with X or Y idea, or, like, especially with, like, these big trends, breaking news, people tend to give bad takes. And the goal there, I think, one solution to that is waiting a little bit, a smidge, waiting a smidge, not immediately fucking talking about something, being skeptical of things that sound too convenient, that kind of stuff, you know? We should all be doing that. More so me than you guys, because I got to stream and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, there you go. Got to be careful with that stuff. The whole GME situation is stupid. Yeah, sure. And now there are a bunch of lefties who are going to remember this day as, like, fucking the 99% movement round 2, where they single-handedly took down I've seen people, some of the posts about this are completely unhinged, by the way. There are people saying shit like, yeah, this is the day that the common people took down Wall Street, or we shut down Wall Street. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't think these people have I don't think these people can fathom the scale of Wall Street, of the financial industry, of how much money really circulates through it. How many trillions of dollars are held collectively by hedge funds in the US? How much money? Is there even a measure of that? Moves. Well, I'm sure there's a measure of it. How much the stock market moves today? How much money moves through Wall Street? Yeah, definitely in like the tens of billions a day. Just quite a bit, you know? All right, did we do it? Wait, damn, Vosh, this is kind of a shit take, not gonna lie. Wait, what's the shit take? Wait, what are we linking? Why would you ever link a tweet without some sort of description of its content? This tweet is ableist. I can't show that. Jesus. Biden's plan is going to pass? Yeah, we'll talk about it. If you perform that calculation across all 3,066 companies in the NYSE and add them all up, you get a total capitalization of 15 trillion. I don't know if that money moves every single day. Okay, yeah, I think we did it. I think at the end of every segment, everybody says it's a bad take. True! Okay, we did it. Nicely done, team. Well done. Make them videos too long. Nobody's going to watch them. That's how it be. All right. Nice cooldown. You mentioned before that you want to learn more econ. Try reading Capital by Thomas Piketty. I can't. I've already read all theory. There's nothing more for me to read. I've already read everything. It's really just about getting that. I'm really more of an audio learner, you know? So I'm about getting that direct engagement, you know? That's why you need small class sizes. You always got to be able to directly engage with your professor. You know how it is. You know how it is. That book way too long. All books are way too long. All books that aren't picture books are way too long. Why do people even read books, honestly? You know, oh wait, are you guys ready for the hottest take ever? Okay. Unironically, I feel like most books, philosophy, economics, all like info books, not like literature, could be a quarter the size they're written, okay? Authors are incredibly fucking verbose, and everybody knows that you dick measure with how fat your books are. No. I read plenty of shit back when I was in fucking university. There was not a single academic book that I read that didn't feel like it could be fucking trimmed down to a quarter of its size. Okay? I guess it's really about how you deliver informative information too, because a lot of people will only pick up on interesting info if it's written like a self-help book, you know? Like some econ texts are just like sprawls, pages and pages of studies and charts and mathematics and what have you, and like a heavy analysis, and cool. That basically reads like a study you're reading in the form of a book. But then a lot of people need like, you know, like those poppy self-help kind of info books where it's like, you know, you're learning the stock market for single moms under 30 or something, and it's got like a woman like flexing on the cover or something, and the stock market is a lot like a baby that hasn't been fed in a while, you know? They're very temperamental or something like that. It's like you read this, you know what I mean? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Not in the sciences. Well, I've never read an academic book in the hard sciences, so I can't really speak to that. But philosophy, political science, sociology, and economics, I generally think those ones are pretty overinflated. Yeah. A lot of theory is like that. Also, by the way, I'm not pulling punches here. Same way in State and Revolution. With Lenin and stuff, a lot of these people are real fucking flowery. You have to understand, okay? That anybody with the fucking gall to be a revolutionary probably is very self-important and is probably going to jerk themselves off while writing, you know? Capital is just as long as it needs to be. I haven't read Capital. Recently, of course. Read all theory, but yeah. Looks pretty big. Feel like Karl Marx probably could have trimmed a couple of sentences. You know, in fact, I'll stake my life in it. I'd say if I read through all 8 trillion thousand pages of Capital, probably could cut a couple of things a little superfluous. That would be my guess. State and Revolution isn't that long. Yeah, I didn't say cut to a quarter because all books are too long. It's cut to a quarter because people insert fucking purple prose everywhere. Jesus. I'll excuse it for the Communist Manifesto because it was meant to be read by peasantry, but who the fuck is reading Capital who's looking for like a light breakfast? accompaniment. Vosh, doesn't this seem illegal? What are we looking at? A tweet from Shoe on Head. Women tweeting? That should be illegal. Ha! Sorry. Nevada bill would allow tech companies to create governments. Cool. Planned legislation to establish new business areas in Nevada would allow tech companies to effectively form separate local governments. Democratic Governor Steve Sisolak, I read that as Slavoj Žižek for a second, announced a plan to launch so-called innovation zones in Nevada to jumpstart the state's economy by attracting tech firms. Is this just the plot of New Vegas? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm creating a new firm. Okay, we're calling it the Legion. All right. Yeah, we're gonna create a little. Yeah, you know, just gonna change the rules up a little bit. Got the NCR coming in, the Boomers. You know, bring it in. Get all the factions in there. Get the followers of the apocalypse in there. That's the faction I want to see. The zones would permit companies with large areas of land to form governments carrying the same authority as counties, including the ability to impose taxes, form school districts and courts, and provide government services. Oh, wow. All right, let's read the full AP article. Hold on. Bosh, why has your chat been turning on me lately? Because I deserve it. I'm a very lucky person, okay? It's okay. I can handle a bit of criticism. Associated Press, Nevada law governments. This is not what I'm looking for. Create governments. Here we go. All right, let's read it for real. Plan legislation, establish new businesses, innovation zones, permit companies with large area lands to form governments carrying the same authority as counties, impose taxes, form school districts and courts, and provide government services. The measure to further economic development with the alternative form of local government has not yet been introduced in the legislature. Sisolak pitched the concept in his State of the State address. I can't believe they're called that, by the way. Delivered January 19th. The plan would bring in new business at the forefront of groundbreaking technologies without the use of tax abatements or other publicly funded incentive packages that previously helped Nevada attract companies like Tesla. Sisolak named Blockchains LLC as a company that had been committed to developing a smart city in an area east of Reno after the legislation had passed. This is fucking terrifying. The draft proposal said the traditional local government model is inadequate alone to provide the resources to make Nevada a leader in attracting and retaining businesses and fostering economic development in emerging technologies and industries. What do they mean, the traditional local government model? What about the structure, the traditional structure of American government isn't enough for these corporations, okay? Hold on a second. This is fucking America, okay? What problem do they? Is it democracy? Do they have a problem with like the democratic labor laws, perhaps? Like, what's the issue here? Yeah, these are company towns. We've done this before. Part of Las Vegas is owned by companies. Well, sure, part of the land of every state is owned by companies, but these are company towns. We've done this before. Oh God, I wish I had like literature on hand. Speaking of purple prose, this is something that deserves to be described in evocative language. If you ever want to really want to cement your appreciation for anti-capitalism, you need to read up some of the stories of fucking company towns, okay? Back in the day, when the government didn't have quite as good of a reach over the broad territories of the United States, often a permission was given to corporate entities to essentially just build a town. And, you know, if you have a factory or if you have mines or if you have another location of interest, then why not just build housing right next to it and have all your employees live in that housing? And they'll pay rent to the company. So rent gets taken out of their pay to the company. And then what if what if everything they bought came from stores that we own? You know, their groceries, any medicines that they need. There's a company commissary that they get everything from, and of course it gets taken out of their paychecks. Yeah, y'all played Outer Worlds? That shit used to happen. It was real, and it was bad because people died in debt. Because if you live there, you're renting from them and you're buying your food from them. They have absolute control over you, and they just run you into eternal debt. Yeah, you know the song. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I sold my soul to the company store. Yeah, they would have their own currency, too. You weren't paid in US dollars, good old-fashioned currency. You were paid in company dollars. Which means, again, all the money you make there doesn't mean shit anywhere else. And even if you do flee, you're still in debt to the company. A lot of debt. And even more, very often, these private towns had their own police forces. Police forces. Gotta pay your debts. This is a nice kneecaps you have. Would be a shame if anything happened to it. It would send people out to collect debts, too. Strike breakers. These were the worst of the worst. Arguably some of the worst working conditions the United States has ever seen since the end of slavery. And here's a bill about it. The Governor's Office of Economic Development would oversee applications for the zones, which would be limited to companies working in specific business areas, including blockchain, autonomous technology, the Internet of... The fuck is this? The Internet of Things? Robotics, artificial intelligence, wireless, biometrics, and renewable resource technology. Zone requirements would include applicants owning at least 78 square miles of undeveloped, uninhabited land within a single county, but separate from any city, town, or tax increment areas. Companies, Jesus, they have a cost threshold. Companies would need at least $250 million and plans to invest an additional $1 billion in their zones over 10 years. The zones would initially operate with the oversight of their location counties, but would eventually take over county duties and become independent government bodies. The zones would have 3-member supervisor boards with the same powers as county commissioners. The businesses would maintain significant control over board membership. Guys, having the same legal powers as a county means they would have a sheriff. What the fuck? Ah! Hello, Las Vegas DSA. Allowing corporations to run their own county and sidestep regulation sounds great for making the rich richer and terrible for everyone else. Governor Sisolak wants to catapult Nevada straight into a dystopia. Will there be local elections in these zones? Will you be able to vote for your innovative commissioner or your smart grid comptroller, or will this be a democracy-free zone? The fact that they don't even mention elections or democracy in this write-up is pretty fucking telling. We've tried company towns before, and they've been a disaster for workers. These innovation zones can only be construed as an attack on the working class. We should be investing in communities, not corporations. This is exactly what I mean, by the way, when I talk about capitalism requiring an underclass, okay? Whether it's external or domestic, it needs an underclass. And there has never been a cleaner definition of an economic underclass than people who live on company property, pay company wages to company-owned grocery stores to survive a little longer each day. These are obviously an attempt to circumnavigate some regulations. If they're operating on a county level, I don't think they could get away with that much because they would still be subservient to state legislation. They would still be subservient to those regulations, but nothing at the county level could be done. Obviously, nothing at the city level because it's not a city. Yeah, it's just, these are just company towns. Yeah. Wait, the Internet of Things is a media term that refers to the integration of internet capabilities to everyday items for data collection by larger tech companies. Great. Vosh, can you explain why an underclass is required and not just common? Because any system where the people who are in power generally benefit from like an exploited group is one which is going to trend in that direction. This is the direction that we always trend in. It's happened in essentially every form of organized society forever. And capitalism requires it as well. Socialism is unique in that if done well, ideally, there shouldn't be an underclass because there shouldn't be an incentive to create an underclass. But insofar as human society has existed up until this point, yeah, it just seems to be something we naturally trend towards. Though we've recently been trying to export our underclass. For a while in America, we had slavery, and they were, I think that's pretty obviously being a part of the economic underclass. That seems pretty easy to me, pretty easy designation. And you had sharecroppers after that, but you also had the company town folks, and You have all your Appalachian coal miners. They weren't exactly living it up. But ever since the 1950s, you know, we've been outsourcing more jobs, and people bitch about that. But on the whole, it's been better for the American worker because it means that now the underclass that does the dirty work of the industrial labor that we need to prop up our society as it currently exists, we just ship it off to Southeast Asia, you know? And undocumented immigrants as well. The 13 million undocumented immigrants in this country who get paid lower wages because they get paid under the table because they don't have because obviously they can't be paid above the table because they're undocumented immigrants, and all the agricultural work that is done by them. Yeah, underclasses. I just want to be clear, by the way, when I say underclass, I don't mean like they're worse than us. I mean that's the situation they're put in. Yeah. Yeah. Just want to be clear about that, okay? Sheesh. Would these companies get the right to imprison their own workers? Sheriffs operate at the county level, and sheriffs have the ability to jail people. They don't. This article doesn't say like they have the power of a county except for X or Y. It just says they have the power of a county. I suppose that with some finagling, the bill could make exceptions for that. But if we're talking about an area that's not a part of a city and it's being given county powers, what is the broader county going to send sheriffs in? How does that work exactly? I think they would just have their own sheriff, you know? The difference, though, actually, is that sheriffs are elected. I don't know if they'll be electing theirs. We need a law to make illicit feudalism illegal. I think people underestimate the extent to which all these old labor trends still exist. We still have slavery. There are more slaves alive today, right now, 2021, than there have been in all of human existence. Now, most of them aren't in America, but a good number of them are. From the obvious ones, like sex trafficking, which is a major issue in America. I think we're also up to unprecedented numbers with regards to that as well. But you also have prisoners and prison labor. Remember when they were sending poorly equipped, untrained prisoners in California to fight firefires? Or to fight wildfires. Pretty wild, right? I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy. Basically slavery. I mean, it is slavery. And we still have it today. A lot of the old shitty things that we tend to associate with like old society still exist today. They've just been shoved out of the way, which is one of the reasons why I'm critical of economic globalization. Not because there isn't an economic benefit to it, and not because it makes America poor. It doesn't. We've grown incredibly wealthy, and the average person benefits from it as well. Just economically speaking, if you wanted to be very, you know, utilitarian about it, you're displacing a lot of suffering from the first world over to the third world, because they're the one in the sweatshops. So it's there you go. But what stuff like that does is it keeps the global poor invisible. And that's a really, really, really big issue. We do the same thing with undocumented immigrants. Undocumented immigrants are kept silent and out of the way. Why do you think ICE is so fucking hard on catching them and going after them? The collective demonization of undocumented immigrants makes it much harder for Americans to sympathize with them. There are 13 million of them here. They make up a substantial portion of our labor pool, an unbelievable portion of our labor pool. They're necessary. If all the undocumented immigrants up and disappeared, America would... I was about to say collapse. It would at the very least have some pretty significant economic issues, like right off the bat. Society would take a while to recover, like significantly. And likewise, all the sweatshops in Southeast Asia that we, you know, have all of our cheap Disney toys made in. Millions and millions and millions of people, but they're out of the way. They're quiet. Every once in a while, you get some expose that gets traction about the poor conditions at these sweatshop factories, or you'll have some neoliberal come up and talk about how, well, actually, sweatshops are better than subsistence farming, which means that those were the only two options that we had, and everything that's happening is fine. You know, you get every once in a while you get people thrown out there, but for the most part, it's just kind of a quiet issue, and it's a quiet issue that affects a number of people, which I imagine is greater than the total population of the United States. Just in Southeast Asia, all the people caught up in the supply chains that we have a hand in. But it's quiet. And you know who else would be real fucking quiet? These people. Trust me, okay? Or read accounts from company towns, all right? If there are bad labor conditions or bad living conditions going on in these company towns, those companies will find the ways to make people stay quiet about it. Whether that be docking your pay if you talk about it, or making sure they know they're fired if they talk to the press, or restricting social media use, or requiring that like all posts go through, like you have to, you'll be penalized unless like this gets checked by a so on and so forth first. Or hey, if it's a company town, who's providing the internet? They would have complete control over their internet. A lot of stuff they could do. Couldn't run out to a Starbucks and go use their internet because they own the Starbucks, or the Internet of Things bucks. It's scary. That's all I'm saying. Have you watched the new vid by Unlearning Economics? No, I haven't. Not yet. What is this? The thing about pump and dump is very misleading. Check what actually happened. Oh, shit. It's a subreddit drama post with fucking 22,000 upvotes. My God, what's going on over here? Oh, boy. Wall Street Bets is being taken over from inactive mods. Mods' comments and posts about it are being removed. Removed mods created a new sub. Proof of mods trying to profit from it all. We've been taken hostage by the top mods. They left for years and came back when they smelled money. No way. The mods of a subreddit called subreddit Wall Street Bets might be a little bit Machiavellian when it comes to making money off suffering. They've been busy creating private email addresses to funnel all the press correspondence away from their own gain, talking shit about all the active mods, and scrambling to get paid from some movie deal. They refer to themselves as the board of directors. Jesus Christ. Without a lot more context, I don't exactly know what like screenshots are looking like, but I know that a lot of people have been banned. Huh. Wonder how many billions of dollars regular people are going to lose. Probably quite a bit. At the end of all this. Well. Isn't a young Trump-looking cartoon their mascot? It's just a guy with shades on and slicked back hair. I think that's... when I think like stock market dude bro, yeah. That seems like a decent caricature of that archetype. More like, yeah, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. You guys see Wolf of Wall Street, by the way? I like that movie. You know, it was a pretty fun movie. Pretty hard to watch though. Jesus. I don't know if it's my my Marxist rage building up inside of me, but watching all of that degeneracy. My God. Oh, by the way, I can't get that much into this, by the way. I just want to let you guys know that I'm almost done reading the Dorohedoro manga, and it fucking slaps, okay? So you should all read that if you want to. I know you don't really do fake music video reactions, but you should watch Fake Woke by Tom McDonald. It's quite idiotic and stupid. If I watch that, aren't I going to get copyright striked? I'm not opposed to it. I've heard people talking about it. Yeah, I'd get copyright strike. Maybe we could just look at the lyrics. Hold on. Do it on DLive. No thanks. If I never spend another second on that site ever again, it will still be too much for me. Oh, here we go. Okay, wait. I kind of want to look at this. Can we... That works because his rapping sucks. Okay. Okay. You guys ready for it? Should I try to rap it too? Can I do that? Is it... I don't know the beat. I think it's crazy. I'm the one who they labeled as no, I can't. I don't know what the fuck the beat is. I would need I need the track drop, okay? That's what I need. All right, get ready for it. I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers... Wait, what's wrong? I'm asking sincerely. What's wrong with Cardi B? I don't... Every time is... She has boobies. That's what I'm seeing from pictures. What's... Oh, Cardi B did wet ass pussy? Oh, okay. I don't think she's a rapist. Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay. Her music's pretty sexual. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Raping people's pretty bad, I think. She likes Bernie. Oh, shit. Bernie's been endorsed by a rapist? Uh-oh. Okay, stop. I'm sure there's a bunch of fucking drama about this I don't know about. Okay, I don't care. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. You'll get killed. I hope this is, like, allegorical. Like, I hope he's not actually, like, pretending he's actually gonna get, like, shot because he's like, yeah, white genocide, or, like, whatever the fuck he's talking about. It's backwards. It's getting... oh, by the way, this is the biggest fucking opener, too. This is the weak... Look at this. All these other rappers, they're like talking about like drugs and sex and stuff, but if I mention demographic displacement of ethnic minorities in a song, then everyone loses their mind. You know, it's like okay, it's backwards. It's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom. Now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. Good. Good. That's good. So what is this? Positive improvement, right? Yeah. It's moving forward. Yeah. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it. Nope. Because you have the right to say it and not get strung up in public. Video version. Because you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. I love this line of logic. Wait, hold on. Isn't Tom MacDonald Canadian? I love the line of logic, like, you have freedom of speech, but you shouldn't use that freedom of speech to criticize the government because the government gave you the freedom of speech. Like, okay, well, then you're not fucking using it, are you? I'm sorry, guys, but as far as I'm concerned, censorship of government criticism because you're reverent of, like, freedom of speech is just as bad as not having freedom of speech to begin with. If anything, it's worse. Why would you simultaneously celebrate the existence of freedom of speech and then say that, like, you shouldn't use it to criticize your government? That's what it's fucking for. That's the thing it's most for, okay? That's the most important thing you can use it for. Look up Tom MacDonald. He looks so fucking dumb. Oh, wait. Sorry, that was the... What do we got? Is this real? If I was black and they just photoshopped his nose wider? This can't be real. Nope, that's real. Wow. Well. It's not even a good Photoshop. Why is only one half of his skin... They didn't even change the skin tone for his right arm. They just photoshopped another right arm. Look, there's more muscular definition on the right arm. This is really hard to look at, okay? That's just... Okay. Nicely done. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk. What's up? No, thank you. We're exploring musical theory. I'm learning music theory. But the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Wait! How can you say the system wants adults to sit down and shut up when you just said you shouldn't criticize the country? Wait. Literally 2 lines apart, dude. We're ashamed to be American, but you should probably love it because you've got the right to say it and not get strung up in public. The system wants us to shut up. Like, cancel culture runs the world now. Boo-hoo. The planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. Okay, I think this is a really good look into the underlying insanity of this guy, okay? So he makes a bunch of lines that are about how everyone's freaking out and about how everyone's like being overly generous with their criticisms of other people being bigoted or what have you. And then he says, all of our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. So wait, are you fitting being a rapist and being Me Too'd in with what you're saying is like frivolous or... If when Bill Cosby was outed as a rapist, were you like, damn, cancel culture got another one? What are you talking about? They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens. We think we're free because we can't see the cage. Oh my fucking God, I'm 14 and this is deep. Holy shit. I hope he sourced this one out to his nephew to write. Jesus Christ. They knew that race war would be the game they'd need to play. For people to pick teams, they use the media to feed the flames. Oh, this is another really common far-right talking point, where they'll say the media is the one feeding the race war, when literally the only people who talk about race war are the right, okay? Nobody on the left talks about race war, unless they're saying, like, I'm worried about other people starting a race war. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feeling. Come on. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. Okay. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their... He keeps saying they're fake. What does fake woke mean? Are they... Wait. Everything that he's described so far would fit under the description of people that conservatives call woke. What is fake woke? So, like, they don't care? They're, like, doing it dishonestly? I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor because he wears a mask or he stays home. What? Hates their neighbor because he wears a mask or he stays home? What? Who hates... What? Wouldn't we be happy if people wear a mask or stay home? I don't know. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist says he slays hoes. What? He means people who are fake woke but virtue signaling? Well, sure, but I think we're engaging in a little bit of ideologically incoherent criticism here. Pick her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue because they choose what to erase. The line after complaining about people listening to music. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name. When the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. Hoo-hoo, I don't know about that one, buddy. There's some meta-analyses that would disagree with you on that one. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. Okay, unironically, nobody has ever done this, okay? We need to be real about this. Nobody has ever been told that they're celebrating the genocide of natives by celebrating Thanksgiving. Literally no human being has ever had this happen to them, okay? There are people online in academia who talk about the context and like the, you know, the underlying problematic nature of Thanksgiving, but nobody's running around calling people bad for celebrating it, okay? We got so divided as black and white and political. Republicans are bigots. Libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in the streets and it's just getting worse. Is it? When was this song written? Fake woke 1 week ago. Oh, here's No Lives Matter. Oh, here's canceled 3 hours ago. Dude, this is so tedious. You know the comic where it's like the stand-up comedian is like screaming on CNN about how he's being canceled or some shit. Vosh, do you not know any of his songs? Why the fuck would I know anything about this jabroni? Anyway, there's riots in the streets and it's getting worse. It's not. No, it's not. Y'all screaming defund the police. Y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already. They're way too busy to work. If only we took some of the tasks that are done by police and we had them done by other government departments so that police aren't managing literally all forms of engagement between the state and citizens. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Nice. Segregation ended. That's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think that we're trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell? What? We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. What the fuck are we talking about? Segregation. So segregation. Wait. So he's saying segregation ended and that's a lie. But then he's saying that we divide ourselves. So wouldn't segregation be a lie, but then the media is selling us the Am I just too stupid to get? Maybe Tom McDonald is just operating on a higher IQ wavelength than me. Use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. Damn, that's a salient criticism of the police. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Fucking reached for that line. Jesus Christ. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy. Say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Oh, fucking God, dude. Oh, we live in a fucking society. Get sick and take a pill when the side effects get you high. You get addicted to these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. I hope to God that he did an okay job rhyming these in the video. Because high and sobriety, you have 2 syllables after the rhyme. Okay. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. What info? They always talk about it. What info? The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to... Oh my God. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. Because one fucking guy in Congress said like amen and women. Everyone lost their mind. Dude, you're the snowflake. Tom. You're the snowflake. I'm sorry. You can say it's like a throwaway line or a joke or whatever. You can play that if you want. But the entire song is like selling a political message. And you're baiting it so fucking hard right here. For all the low IQ dipshit conservatives who unironically believe that saying amen and women was some sort of tantamount to some sort of threat to God and society. Oh, wait, sorry, yes, society was getting rhymed with sobriety. My bad, okay. How do we let him make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead, then ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. Oh, that's a weak rhyme right there. Or is it another skip rhyme? Every offline? I don't know, dude. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. Man, dude. Really getting the 15-year-old boy demographic up in here. Jesus Christ. Hey, don't you love it when in a rap or something, they say a line, and then afterwards they're like, I'm just kidding, and you can tell the only reason they said the previous line was because they were digging for a rhyme? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that is unironically like a 20-year-old joke. Well, probably way the fuck older than that, but I've been hearing it forever. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke, same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. All right, nice. Yeah, this is like I am 8 years old and this is deep. Oh, this is rough, dude. This is rough. Wow. You can make money doing this? Fuck, I got into the wrong gig. Feel like I could crank out better lyrics than this. Guaranteed I could crank out better lyrics than this. 100%. I don't know how this guy raps, so I don't know if I could rap better, but I could definitely crank out the lyrics. Okay? More song review? I think we've had enough for one day. Thank you. Don't they make fun of debunkers now? Well, the right has always made fun of people who fact check. I wonder why. You know? That guy has a huge confidence boost. Thanks, Vosh. Yeah, anybody who's struggling with their own art, I almost said autistic, their own artistic inclinations. Hey, look at what you can achieve, huh? With no talent. Oh shit. Hold on. We have the follow-up Destiny thread. Damn. Let's watch some people act as though I was pleading to them for forgiveness. Bring it, baby. I can tell they're freaking out there.
They are freaking out. They're in my studio.
You're so ugly. Camera, focus. Camera. 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 Naked baby. Hello. Why does the camera not focus on her? Here. How about we? Yeah? Yeah? Really? Uh-huh. Yeah? 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 Really? Ow! Yep! Really? Okay. Godspeed. Got a clipper. Yeah. All right. She really is quite affectionate. She just doesn't like being held. Can you please shout out Crime Pays but Botany doesn't? I can't shout out people who I don't know. I think that's pretty insincere. All right. Oh no. Okay. Well, this one likes being held. He's so heavy. Fat boy. Fat boy.
Also, is Pigeon still in here?
No, she left. Yeah. Can you let go of my shoulder, mister? You want to let go? Thank you. How you doing? Don't claw my face off, please. Please. Claws are out. I don't have fur like you. I'm not armored. Look at how floppy he is. Look at him. Look at this. Yeah? Yeah? You want to commit violence? Is that what you want? That's what you want, huh? Whoop! Get on. Whoa. Good baby. He's a big boy, but he's not fat. We get him checked by the vet. Godspeed, little buddy. Oh. How old is he? He's like 1.5 or something like that. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene speaks after me from me. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Let's check the memes. Okay. Let's see. Let's get treated like we're begging for forgiveness from Destiny's community. The thing that we're doing for sure. V-Man owns up to his mistake. Is this sincere or all a ploy to stay out of the crossfire soon to come? Find out in the special manifesto episode of Destiny this... Well, you linked to my stream, so that's not Destiny the stream, but okay. He seemed sincere and didn't sugarcoat how wrong he was. He also gave Destiny basically credit. He expects to serve me. I love this community. Yeah, he does own up to his community. Should be more cautious. You mentioned this too in chat. Agreed sometimes taking to blah, blah, blah. Owning up to your mistakes and what... Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. Owning up to your mistakes is one thing, but who's to say he won't do it again? V-Man's notorious for jumping on whatever left populist outrage train's currently trending on Twitter. I think that of all the leftists online, I'm the least notorious for that. Right? I feel like of lefties online, I might be one of the most aggressively opposed to that type of behavior. But, you know, we all fall into it sometimes. The GME situation was hardly the first time. Off the top of my head, he was spreading Iowa caucus conspiracies. Here we go. This is why I love Destiny's community. It's because they mix in real things that I've done that are bad with, like, me not being a liberal. The Iowa caucus shit, wasn't that investigated by the Iowa Democratic Party to find that there were, like it was incredibly mishandled? What conspiracies? Evo Morales conspiracies? I don't think I ever shared those. Complaining about the Fed's cash injections in the repo market last year being a bailout? That was like a year ago, and it was like one meme on Twitter. Okay. Engaging in rhetoric about how elites are pedophiles. Oh, come on. Wait, real? That's a conspiracy? Engaging in the fallacious conspiracy theory about how elites are... Oh, yeah. Totally, dude. It's not a QAnon or Pizzagate thing. Hollywood is full of pedophiles. And yeah, a fuck ton of super powerful people know and have connections to Epstein, okay? And Epstein's the one we know about. Yeah. But a lot of liberals tend to be like that, though. All right, nice. We did it. Epstein never happened. Nice. Nice meme. Fuck, we're running low on time. Okay. Evo Morales was couped by right-wing forces with open support of the Trump administration. The only conspiracy is to say we weren't involved, Lamau. I think what they're probably referring to is the CIA took down Evo Morales thing. But what liberals don't understand is that the CIA does everything bad. So it's not a conspiracy theory. It's actually true. Everything. Oh, you got anything you want to say there, Hyena? Ah, thank you. The CIA is actually responsible for everything bad that happens around the world. So, you know. Oh, hello. Nearly knocked over my modem. Fuck, do we have time for this? Exposing the insane leftist hypocrisy. What is this? This John Doyle video? I feel like I've been picking on John Doyle too much lately. We need to... I'll tell you what, folks. We need to distribute. Not enough? Do we have time for it? What time is my doctor's appointment? No, we're gonna have to save it for tomorrow. Also the AOC thing. Sorry, guys. You distracted me with Tom McDonald. Sorry. Do we even have time to go over donos? Well, I'm going to close the donos that were from the Twitch stream the other day because I said that I wasn't going to read those, I'm pretty sure. Tom McDonald had a farm. Yeah. True. You're the Greg, thanks to the tier 3 sub. The Poison Donut, thank you for the tier 2 sub. Am I going to talk to AOC Pepe? Goddamn right. Somnio Static, thank you so much for the incredibly kind 50 bucks. And Jess Rose with the 15 gifted tier 1 subs. You animal. Poi with the tier 2 sub. Fizzy Dam Decoy Tricks and Ocklopfer with the tier 1 subs. Thank you very, very much. Albino Ghost, the incredibly kind 100. Thank you. Comrade Eccentric Mudkip with the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Thank you. LTS the Band with the 15 bucks. Thank you very, very much. Gotcha, comrade. Venom Fly with a tier 4 sub. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Well, hopefully those questions will be answered in due time, right? Not the one. Thanks to the tier 2 sub. 8D5D Derek with a very kind $10. All right. Most of these donations from yesterday are basically something to the effect of, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, or something to the effect of, what are your thoughts on Israel now that you're back on Twitch? Saint Leibowitz, thank you for the incredibly kind 10 gifted tier 1 subs. I really, really appreciate that, comrade. Sharing the love. Papa Marks, thanks to the 10. Brother Bernard, thanks to the 5. HGDB Lovecraft with a tier 4 sub. Thank you. Congrats on whatever the fuck just happened with Twitch, my dude. Yeah, I have no idea what happened at Twitch. I sent in appeal after appeal after appeal, and then 5 or 6 days ago, I got an email saying, like, we never unban for crimes such as those which you have committed. And it was like, oh, okay. And then they just unbanned me out of nowhere. And I hadn't appealed in a long time either. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. They probably just figured you were over it, so now they don't care. I don't know. I do not know. How long till they ban you again? I'll be careful. Banjack Show, thanks to the tier 2 sub. Fizzy Dumb with the incredibly kind at 10 tier 1 subs. Really appreciate that. St. Leibowitz with the 5 additional tier 1 subs. And KA with the tier 4 sub yourself. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate those, comrade. Ashley ATG, poop balls. Very true. Boy Meets Mini, thanks to the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Halford with the tier 1 sub. Thank you very, very much. Hor's Me with the $5. I got you. I'll take a look. Girl Waste, thanks to the tier 1 sub. Brian Bennett with the $5. Thank you. Fipley DeCoin with the $5. Thank you very much. And Hey Comrade with the tier 4 sub. Have you ever tried any of those topical roll-on menthol headache meds? Never believe in those things, but it works when OD on Advil doesn't. You mean, wait, you mean head-on applied directly to the forehead? You mean that ancient internet meme where it's like a lip balm that you rub on your forehead? Is that what you're referring to? I guess that would be. I just thought it was a meme. It's just a meme, bro. They work? Do they? I mean, maybe. I feel like we need to take advantage. We need to take advantage of our newfound Twitch unban. We have to find a way. Thanks, Gabe H. Who's live on Twitch right now? Hold on. You can just bother people. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Oh, wait. What? Again? She is baby. She'll freak out the moment you give her to me. So wait, are you just bringing her in here to catch the fresh air? Gotcha. Slow and steady, don't get too hasty and getting banned again. What the fuck do you mean getting banned again? What do you think I'm going to do? Jesus. I'm glad that she is chilling. I'm also working right now. Is there something that you would like? Gotcha. Working. Moist Critical is playing Apex Legends with 261 viewers. No, 4,000. Okay, that's way more like Sorry, I muted. Damn, we could talk to Critical sometime. Maybe. I don't think being unbanned from Twitch means that I have the power to talk to literally anybody on Twitch, but we'll find out, won't we? Hey, comrade, thank you for the 8 gifted tier 1 subs. I really appreciate that. Thank you for warning all the other e-boys to my presence. Maybe unhelpful etiquette. If you go on Twitch, isn't their TOS crazy strict? It's not. It's fine. Critical doesn't really like politics? Nonsense! Everybody likes politics. KC the Sloth, thank you so much for the incredibly kind $40. Hi Vosh, first time here in the stream. I also sent an email when I saw the YouTube video about the new segment. I don't know what else to say. I'm just a shy artist. I have no idea what you mean when you say the new segment, but I love you, and I'm happy to have you here, comrade. Thank you. Fish, thanks to the tier 1 sub. DKH, thanks to the $5. When did I get a ban from Twitch? 2 days ago. Yeah, Demon Mama, I'm glad you liked it. See, I don't know if I made this clear enough. With the Femboy video, you all know the Femboy video, basically my magnum opus. I don't know if everyone got this, but if it's okay to sexualize people that want you to sexualize them, that's okay, you know? I wasn't saying like if there's a femboy sex worker on Twitter that you can't go nice ass or whatever. Yeah, it's just don't assume it. Don't make it like the presumptive. Yeah, don't like automatically assume it. But if you know people, it's fine. I think you should retire. It's all downhill from here. Maybe. Very odd response. Oh yeah, I saw this. Dude, VDS is a disease. People say I'm conceited for the whole VDS thing, like people are obsessed with me, but I don't understand, dude. All right, I think it's time, and it's my femboy video and then a bunch of nooses, a noose making tutorial, like they're gonna kill themselves. The whole thing was about how people need to stop over-sexualizing feminine men. Lamau, somebody's jealous. I don't know, I think it's kind of fucked that whenever a guy tries to present in a feminine manner, it's automatically assumed it's sexual rather than a dude just wanting to look cute. Trans women don't like it when it's assumed our identity is just a fetish, so why is it okay to do with femboys? And then the final response, oh no, I'm just saying Vosh wishes he wasn't ugly and doesn't like it when other guys get more attention than him, lol. Don't break your shoulder with that reach. So I'm guessing this Willow person is I don't know, somebody they think they're competing with me? I don't know. You know, I gotta say, I don't really compete with femboys in the sexual marketplace, you know? I'm a boy, they're boys, but we don't compete that much, you know, like, it's generally speaking, the type of people who go after guys who look like me also tend not to be the type of people to go after guys who look like femboys. You're more of a bear or an otter, you know? Papa Gut is anti-Biden now? Oh, no, no, no.
So it was a rather
Stop. All right. We should have another talk with Papa Gut. I had a good amount of fun the first time.
fantastic move from the Biden administration to implement a sign language interpreter to the White House press briefings. Unfortunately, the woman they chose expressed her constitutional right to vote for somebody that wasn't Joe Biden. So of course she needed to be replaced with somebody else. Now for context, the reason they did this was because of internet backlash. But Biden giving in and actually removing her from that job does show a lot to me. It shows that Biden wasn't exactly honest when he said he was ready for unity. I don't think it's unsafe to say that unity is a very difficult thing to achieve.
Good, fuck you.
And hard decisions need to be made, like standing your ground and allowing somebody who supported Trump to still work for you.
Now hold on. Hold on. Did she get fired for voting for Trump? Or did she get fired for something else and also happen to vote for Trump? Let's find out. It's Papa Gut. I'm going to be sour with you if it turns out there was something else to this. Let's see. Biden, what is a sign language interpreter fired? What do we got? What do we got? Joe President Biden's first White House sign language interpreter has ties to the far right. President Joe Biden's White House communications staff have emphasized the importance of truth, transparency, and trust in the opening days of his presidency as they resume regular press briefings. So when Press Secretary Jen Psaki began her briefing on Monday by announcing the ASL interpreters now be present at all White House news briefings, many deaf and hard-of-hearing Americans celebrated this historic first. But it turns out the first ASL interpreter chosen was not such a change from the previous administration at all. Heather Mushaw, who Psaki introduced on Monday as today's interpreter, also appears to manage a group of ASL interpreters who provide sign language accompaniments to right-wing videos. Some of these videos have featured vaccine misinfo, conspiracy theories about 2020 and the January 6 riots at the Capitol, false claims about Michelle Obama being transgender, according to a review of social media posts by Time. What really happened on January 6th reads the title of a video featuring Mushaw interpreting Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani posting on the as a video billed as Doctor Explains COVID Vaccine shows Mushaw interpreting another video by Trump-approved Dr. Stella Emanuel, a controversial physician who has promoted hydrochloroquine and claims real medical ailments caused by demon sperm. I remember that person. Okay, nice. She was literally on Parler providing interpretation for Q shit. Okay, so yeah. If you're Joe Biden and you want somebody to be an agent of the of press briefings, if you want them to be representative of your government, you probably don't want people who are complicit in promoting ludicrous misinformation, conspiracy theories, Michelle Obama being transgender, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's totally fine. So no, Papa Gut. She was not fired for being a Trump supporter. By the way, I don't care if she was. Trump supporters are lunatics. But I don't care either way. But it doesn't change the fact that she was fired. Not just for being a Trump supporter, but for using her skill set in a way which directly countered the messaging of the current administration. Make sense? Cool. Is that worthy of a segment? No, it's not. But Papa Gut needs to see that. In fact, I know Papa Gut will see that because one of you is going to say it in a TikTok thing. Anyway, the reason this bothers me, this is 82,500 likes, okay? 82,500 likes. This probably reached, I would be willing to bet, nearly 1 million people, if not more. I don't know the ratio of view to like. Usually like 10 to 1 is generally a pretty reasonable ratio. Who are now under the impression that Joe Biden is like walking back on unity. Anyway, yeah, gotta be careful with that. TikTok segment, Vosh, upload this segment to your TikTok. Yeah, Tempest, sure, edit it, put it together on TikTok. Oh, and also add this part. And Pablo Gut, I'd love to talk to you about it if you ever want to come on. There you go. Nice. Well done. Now I don't have to think about it. Nicely done. Go Tempest. Somehow cut all that down to 60 seconds, okay? I believe in you. I know you can. I believe. Sivans, thank you for the very kind at $6.90. Linciel, thank you for the $5. That's a tough question, comrade. Arch Fayboy, thank you for the $10. Sweden Training, the $5. I'll take a look. Catherine 420 with the $5. Thank you for curing my lung cancer with your generosity. Hey, comrade, thanks for the gifted tier 2 sub. Demon Mama, hello with the tier 1 sub. Happy to have you here. Draconarius King, thanks for the $5. I want to die. Thank you for the 5 run. No Kage with the $5. Thank you very, very much. Possibly. A new Mountaineer, Harish 2309, 30K94. Thank you all so much for the very kind donations. MF Zoom with a tier 3 sub. Thank you. True Rocket Penis. Mills, the $5. Thank you very much. Have you considered doing your gaming streams on Twitch exclusively? Nah, I don't think so. I like my YouTube audience. I want to stay here. Sake Tanuki with the 5 gifted tier 2 subs. Thank you very, very much, comrade. That is incredibly kind of you. I really appreciate that. Elusive Zoidberg with the 10 euros. Thank you very much. Wumpy Jumps, the tier 3 sub. Thank you kindly. Zoomer and Paint Stream Lover. Thank you for the tier 1 subs. Both. Nice, Paint Stream Lover. I'm glad. I appreciate the kindness. The Cautionary Tailor with a very kind $20. Thank you very, 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 very much. Whatever, speak with Magnus Panvidia when he's not getting filleted by Nico / Jimmy, etc. I don't know if there's much to say there because the dude does seem like he's at least a little progressive. Which means that if I talk to him, like, I just don't think he's representative of the entire group. That's the thing that I'm concerned about. Even if as an individual, a single Boogaloo boy is like a really cool dude, it doesn't change the fact that as a group, they're not really like representative. You know what I mean? It would be like finding the, like really, really reasonable QAnoner and like giving them a bunch of media time, but like, it doesn't matter. They may be reasonable somehow, but for every one of them, there's 100,000 fucking lunatics. Sake Tanuki, thank you for the very kind tier 2 sub. Really appreciate that. True. Fuck college textbooks. Hey, it's Natalie, Cleppity Clop, Amiz and Base Soy Boy, and underscore. Thank you for the very kind $5. When are you going to collab with Nico Cotto Avocado? I don't know what that means, but maybe eventually, right? Osmo9, thanks to the $2. You hear Chud Logic got completely demonetized. A lot of people are getting hit with false positives right now, so hopefully not too much of an issue. Wait, what are you spamming? Wait, is Nico Cotto Avocado that guy? And I've seen pictures, and he used to be really skinny, but now he's like fat, and he eats a bunch of food, and it's really gross. Is that what we're talking about? Okay, and this guy like acts out his mental breakdown every other video. Yeah, to me. Okay, I think I know who we're talking about. That's okay. That's all right. Saki Tanuki, thank you for the 2 gifted tier 2 subs. Really appreciate that. Gunther, I couldn't tell you, comrade. I pay attention to the living. Any Woozy Foozies, the Endorian, and Dendigar, thank you for the very kind donos. Dendigar, thank you for bringing up Vaush on the majority report. Now that we're not banned on Twitch, we can talk to them pretty much anytime. I mean, fuck, they're live right now, aren't they? But they have a show, so they have like schedules. Oh no, they stopped being live 57 minutes ago. Okay. Short stream. Salt in the Sea, thanks to the tier 1 sub. Jorg the Greg, thank you for the very kind $20. I really appreciate that. And I'll give it a look, comrade, though probably not right now. Oh, excuse me. What? Hey, what are you... Those are cords. Pardon me. What are you doing? What are you... Is it cry for help? Oh, it is. You want to go outside. I see. Well, say goodbye to the stream, okay? No? You have to say goodbye. No! All right. Okay. Salty Cracker fan responds to you. Oh, this is cringe. This title. Lefty Vosh versus Salty Cracker. He doesn't know about the Salty Army. All right. What was I saying? Kyle the Mana Bear, Emma 0123, thank you. Yixis, likewise. Faith Novan, thank you for the very kind $20. Really sorry to hear about your breakup, comrade, but happy to provide you some entertainment and wisdom along the way. Kata Killjoy, thank you for the 3 gifted tier 1 subs. Really appreciate that, comrade. Daniel Majumdar, thank you for the 100 currency that I can't recognize, but I appreciate it. Hey, it's Natalia, thank you for the 666. Daniel, thank you likewise. Again, I Want to Die, thank you. Nuo with the tier 1 sub. Smuggy with the $2. Anarcho Ani, DKH, thank you both for the very kind $5. In response to the 15 minimum wage, could you explain in more detail how that would not correlate to price hikes? Most of the info I'm getting is stuff off of that NOAA article. I'm going to talk to that guy soon. And stuff that I looked up following that. But it has to do with monopsonies, essentially the opposite of only being able to buy from one place. You can only sell to one place. Smaller rural communities tend to have lower living expenses, but it also means that the market is a little bit more insular, which makes it easier to. It's complicated. Monopsony, yeah. Wait, why are you saying monopsony? Yeah, monopsony. Yeah, monopsony. Yeah, monopoly, monopsony. Oh man, real? Is Peter Coffin? Oh, monopsony, not monopsony. Sorry, monopoly, monopsony. Sorry. Peter Coffin is really doing the AOC wasn't at the Capitol thing. Holy shit. How about you tell us specifically where you were then? That should be a pretty easy thing to clear up, right? Dude, she literally said everything. Like, all the information was correct. The Associated Press has already done an article on it. Greenwald did it too. Greenwald is a stupid piece of shit, and I'm tired of pretending that he has anything valid to say because he wasn't insane a decade ago. Is anyone else tired of that grift? Is anyone else tired of that? Greenwald hasn't given a good take in a long fucking time. I have no fucking idea why people give him so much credence to when all he does now is lap up the fucking Tucker Carlson shitty asshole and pretend that there's ever going to be some sort of Nazbol right-left unity on some important social issue. All he really does these days is engage in fascist apologia and undermine actual leftists trying to do real work in America. Which Peter Coffin apparently is getting in on too. But Peter Coffin is also one of those Nazbol vortex types, you know? Godspeed, my Deuterino. Hope that your complete ignorance and apathy towards social issues doesn't get you killed when regimes that don't respect non-binary people take power. Yeah, Greenwald's sad. His old school reporting was great, but he's gone full hack. It happens. Yeah, holy fuck. I hope that never happens to me. Holy shit. I can't even fathom. I feel like what's happened to Greenwald is like the equivalent of like Alzheimer's or something like that, you know? Like you're a person and then you feel it like wither away and like you lose until you're like a shell of who you used to be. I feel like he's getting like the grifter version of Alzheimer's. It's fucking crazy. I think Peter's just molding hard. Well, yeah, that's the only thing they're capable of doing. We almost caught up in donuts. Crazy. Anarcho DKH, and it's shown. Thank you for the 5 ducks. Sake Tanuki with a very kind $10. Wait, do messages not show up if you donate subs? No, I see them. You could always multi-stream. Yeah. Well, we need to see what we can do there. But I'm not going to take top politics from Hassan. That motherfucker's huge. Sir Swox, thanks for the 2-1 sub. And Sake with the $20 unbanned marathon. Okay, buddy, vouch. Wait, unban people from my Twitch chat, you mean? I don't ban many people from my current chat. I might have banned more people yay back in the day. Had we only more time. Vosh, didn't Twitch ban the word simp? Not really. Twitch banned using the word simp in like a aggressive and derogatory way. Same with virgin and stuff. Oh, he means because I was unbanned. Oh, yeah. Yeah. True. Okay. If I end right now, I have just enough time to eat a panini before I have to run off to my doctor's appointment, which is what I should do. You should know it. Folks, always eat paninis. I love you all very much. I hope you're doing well. I know I am. And I'll see you all tomorrow, okay? Assuming my headache goes away. I still kind of have it. Be well.